Hi there, welcome to another Kickstarter stress test, or should I say Gamefound stress test. Yep, today we're looking at a Gamefound campaign. In these videos we look at crowdfunding campaigns and we try to see them from the point of view of their ultimate target audience, or what I call the superfan, to see if there's anything that's stopping them from pledging. Okay, is there anything confusing, anything that is misleading? Do we get the information in a quick and effective and clear way that still gets us excited for this game? And today I want to look at the War of the Three Sanchos. Okay, and this one of the designers is Alan Paul. I had the pleasure of working with Alan Paul on the reprint of Kingmaker. What a legendary game designer. So let's have a look. Now, even before I press in, click into the campaign page itself. And one thing that's nice about Gamefound, that even if you have a small campaign, and I know that the Three Sanchos is supposed to be a very small box campaign, it's most likely to be featured on the main page. It's just the amount of campaigns that get to Gamefound is less than Kickstarter overall, so you have a better chance of standing out. The thing that you're missing out on is the general traffic that goes through Kickstarter, which is a lot of people. And most of them don't know about Gamefound or do not browse Gamefound on a regular basis. So just a little pro-con about Gamefound. Obviously there's way more, but this is nice because I didn't have to actually look for their campaign. I just had to scroll down. Now the cover image is a little bit confusing because it looks like to be the cover of the box, and for some reason it's off center, and if you look closely you can see the bleed lines. That's, you usually get the spread of the box when we map it around the box, so you can see the bleed lines of the artwork. I don't know if they noticed this or it's a mistake, but it could be easily fixed if they just take this main cover, center it, expand it a bit. We don't need this bottom banner because it's being obstructed anyways. We don't need the logo twice, it's enough to have it once. So just take this piece of the art, spread it on the full cover, and resize the elements if needed. So that's a pretty easy fix because right now it looks a little weird. It's like cut here. Easy fix. Okay, so right now 5,000 pounds pledged. Okay, so with Gamefound, again, that's one of the things about Gamefound. If you want to see that extra line of what is this about, you know, this caught my eye, I want to know what it's about, I need to do a whole extra click. And clicks are our currency. It's the currency we're dealing with. We have two currencies. We have the clicks and we have the mouse rolls. We want to be able to deliver the info and excitement that we want to give within the least amount of clicks and mouse and scroll wheels. So War of the Three Sanchos, a conflict between cousins in the time of El Cid. War of the Three Sanchos is the fourth game in our popular pocket campaign series. You're one of three King Sanchos fighting for control of castles and towers across Castilla, Nigeria, and Aragon. War of the Three Sanchos is designed for 1, 2, or 3 players. Okay, first of all, that last sentence isn't needed because we already have it over here. And if you do want to put it in, just put numbers instead. Numbers are easier for us to see if you were like browsing a text. Again, I'm now pretending I don't know anything about this game. Only now I figured out, just by reading like the middle line, I can't even find it now. It's the fourth game of our popular pocket game series. Okay, that's a great selling point to know that it's part of an ongoing series. Might be interested in learning more. Again, maybe use a number instead of fourth. Well, again, yeah, there's a lot packed into here. I still don't know what type of game this is. It's good to know that it's part of a series. That's like a selling point, and using Pocket Campaign already gives me a lot of info. It's a pocket campaign. If I like small box games that have a lot in them, then I might be interested in this. Let's have a look at the video. Headphones.
Welcome to the War of the Three Sanchos, from 1065 to 67, the latest small box historically themed board game in the Pocket Campaign series by Surprised Stare Games.
See, this is a great selling point. This is fantastic, knowing that it's part of a series, and if I am the super fan for this type of game, I get really excited because I'm like, oh my god, I have so much to explore here. These are the types of games that I love. These small box, war games and that pack a lot of punch inside them. So this was a great start. It didn't need 27 seconds to get to this point. And with logos at the beginning, I get it. It feels like, we're doing movie trailers. We do want to show the logo and to help our brand. Specifically with crowdfunding, I would recommend putting that at the end. Get right to the meat. If this video would have started with this.
Welcome to the War of the Three Sanchos.
Okay, we're starting at the 15-second mark. So we're basically 15 seconds is a long time for someone that has a lot to do and you're trying to hold their attention. You could have saved 15 seconds and gotten to this selling point much, much faster. So, that would have been within the 15 seconds. So I would have seen this, and that gets me excited. Okay? To know that it's a publisher that already had success with previous games. They were successful enough to warrant the next one, and the complete completionist in me suddenly wants, maybe I'll get all of them. I don't know. We'll see. Let's continue.
War of the Three Sanchos takes you to medieval Spain at the time of El Cid. There is turmoil after the death of Ferdinand the Great in 1065, and you are one of three.
Okay, so I love this because there's a lot of historical data, and this really speaks to the history buff in me. I love these historical war games, and it's giving me a lot of that. So I'm now smiling because I know all about this, and now I'm interested to see how they implement it in the game itself.
Three rival kings, Sancho II of Castilla, Sancho IV of Nájera, and Sancho I of Aragon.
The voice actor is perfect. I'm so sorry. I'm so glad they invested in a voice actor. Great stuff.
Fighting for the control of regions, castles, and towers across the north of the Iberian Peninsula. In the War of the Three Sanchos, you will recruit troops to your side, deploy them to your campaigns, attack and besiege your rivals, fortify the castles and towers you've captured, and even send your opponent's troops to fight each other. Perhaps you might enlist the help of El Cid on your route to victory. War of the Three Sanchos is for 1 to 3 players and is our most ambitious pocket campaign so far. It is designed by David J. Mortimer, who also designed the Cousins War and co-designed the Ming Voyages, 2 of the earlier Pocket Campaigns games. War of the Three Sanchos will be available in Spanish and French from Two Tomatoes Games, in German from Frosted Games,
oh, that is awesome,
and in English from Surprised Stare Games. The War of the Three Sanchos, 1065 to 67. Thank you for pledging and helping us to continue the Pocket Campaign's journey.
Yeah, great video. And we have the logo at the end. Great video. That was a very well done video for, it didn't need to be more than that. Just shave off the first 15 seconds and that's a very good video. And what gives it that extra element of it feels professional? It's the voice actor. It's really not the graphics, not the anime. The voice actor gives it that added level of production quality. That's why if you don't have a budget for a big video, invest in a voice actor. That is like the one thing I tell everyone. So yeah, I
Pocket Campaign so far.
I get this game. I see like sort of what you're going to do here, and it's compact. It seems like it has a lot into it. And yeah, that I love these types of games. I love the games that open up. The only thing I'm a little bit disappointed in is, you know, I would have loved at least a little bit more production quality from these tokens and meeples. Maybe custom shaped, maybe, I don't know, stickers on the tokens, or screen printed something, a little something, because the art is so nice and the tokens are a little bland. But I am not here for the production quality. I'm here for the experience and strong gameplay. So even before I scroll down, I'm now looking at the goal and the funding and the amount of backers. Okay, so this tells me that the game is not that expensive. I am not sure why the goal is so high for this game. I don't think the goal needs to be that high. I mean, I don't know their numbers. We could talk about that in a moment. How can you figure it out? But I wonder if they would have set the goal at 5,000, being already funded. It gives a whole different perspective of the campaign and how successful it is. Because then it would have been funded. You know, they fund on the day one. They did their job. They did the due diligence, and now let's see how it's going to go. Because I suspect it is going to be funded at the end. And if they really just needed 15,000, it might have been better to do it that way. I couldn't say for sure. I'm just putting it out there. It's a thing that you need. It's a really tight balance you need to walk. And okay, I guess I want to go on this little tangent about funding goals. Okay, because right now this funding goal doesn't look good. So how do you get to a good funding goal? Let's look. The base pledge here is £20, okay? And suppose it's dollars, euros, doesn't matter. I'm just talking about, you know, numbers and percentages of numbers. So usually you price your game around 5 times the amount that it costs to print. Okay, so, and I'm not the expert here. I'm not the expert on this. This is just what I've gathered through doing a lot of these campaigns and being along for the ride. So 20 divided by 5, that's obviously 4. I'm terrible at math, so I'll do everything with a calculator. So it's costing me £4 to print each copy. How much do I want for a minimum run? Usually a minimum run is about 1,000. Okay, there's some manufacturers that do 500, but most of them do just 1,000. So 4 times 1,000 obviously is 4,000. That's how much it's going to cost you. That is the money you actually need to make the print run. Now, obviously, in this number, we do not have other expenses like art and marketing and everything else that goes into making a successful board game. This is just the amount you need to actually print the game. So 4,000. In order to get to 4,000, and you're pricing them at 20 each, we're not looking at any other pledge level. We're looking at the worst case scenario. So let's divide that by 20. That means I'll need 200 backers minimum to make that print run. Okay, so here they have 185. And again, this is just a lot of guesswork. So they just need 200 people to make that first print run. And if they do, they will get to 200. Something is not adding up. 200 times 20. Yeah, 4,000. Okay, so yeah, obviously it's more because a lot of people made bigger pledges. This should be your funding goal. This should be the minimum funding goal. Obviously, you need more money and you're hoping to get more than that. But that is basically the minimum amount to make your money back, in a way, to even just make the game. The moment the funding goal is as low as it is, as that 4,000, that means you hit it on day one. Okay, if you have enough backers, you want around 10 times the followers of the backers that you need to fund on day one. So in this case, you would need 2,000 followers, and then everything from there just snowballs, okay? Because you get more exposure. The campaign looks safer. People come in and they see a success. They don't see I don't want to say failure, but struggle, okay? They see a struggle here. So I think this goal would have been better if it was lower. I think around 5,000, and then it would have been funded, and people would have had an easier time pledging. So this is just a little tangent about how to find your funding goal. Obviously, there's a lot more that goes into it, but from what I've seen, that's the method that usually works. Okay, so we're gonna have just a few more minutes to look at that campaign page, because overall it looks fantastic. Yeah, again, highlighting that this is the 4th game, the most ambitious one. You gotta get it. The 3 Sanchos, the year, some background, what's in the box. Yep, nothing very special here with what's in the box. There's like nice cards and a little bit more art that would have been nice to show, maybe in the video. And yep, a lot of people. I'm like, this game has a very strong target audience, and they love these games, and they can never get enough. It's not that you have like a war game, you're like, oh, I don't need any other war games. So, and they have the reviews, they have basically all they need. There's no reason, no stretch goals. Okay, that's good. So the only last thing, oh, and great, historical notes and more stuff. Yeah, this is for the target audience. They're interested in this stuff. I am really pumped about that. Okay, why back now? It is the difficult times we're all currently living through. The production of board games is particularly challenging. The reason for using Gamefound rather than traditional straight to retail for the pocket campaign games is to ensure that we have a good, close relationship with potential purchasers, and they have enough capital to fund the initial production of the game. Without your help, the project would not be possible. An additional reason to back this project, we are making available other pocket campaigns at a discount price. Okay, switch those around. I understand this. I understand that all campaigns are facing difficult times, but me as a backer, I only care about one thing. I care about myself first. I don't want this to sound selfish, but it's the truth. Okay, so first of all, this should be highlighted in bold. You can get all of the games at a discounted price, and that's, you are highlighting that throughout the whole campaign. Like 4 games. I want all. It's games that I like. I want to get all 4, and if I'm getting them at a discount, then it's a no-brainer for me. The LCID piece. Okay, exclusivity. Here's a limited piece. Show me a picture. Okay, show me a picture of how it looks like, or even a render or something like that. But again, it's not as important to me. I'm really into the gameplay, but yeah, that could be a nice thing. But this is the main one. This one should be huge. It should be higher in the campaign. And let's see, here's Alan. Okay, so add-ons. We have the older games. Yep, this is pretty cool. I would have loved to have like a bundle, like a all-in pledge. Okay, just one of those, because I know these are add-ons, but oh wait, here we go. So we have the King Sancho. We have the Military Shores. Oh, that's for retailers. And okay, so you need an add-on all-in pledge. If you had the all-in pledge, most people would have been backing that one. Okay, if it's at a good price and get all the games until now, just for the people that have discovered this for the first time, it's a no-brainer. It's low risk, it's small games. I know I like them. That would have definitely been a very good incentive to have it, and highlighting the discount. Yeah, but overall, very well put together. I think the biggest factors that we can learn from here is setting the goal right. Okay, especially because it's a small box game. I don't think anyone would say, oh, you need only 5K to make it happen. That's, isn't that a fake goal? No, they could literally print 1,000 copies with £4,000 or £5,000, I think. Again, this is just guesswork. And the other thing is, if you have a no-brainer offer, make sure to highlight that. And that is, getting all previous games at a discount. Think about your backers first. Obviously, you should mention the other thing about, we really need this, otherwise this game wouldn't exist. But it is secondary to thinking to talking about your backer and how he or she could benefit from pledging now. Okay, hope this was helpful. And sorry for the side tangent, but I don't know, maybe some people will find it helpful. And for more videos, subscribe and like. And I'm curious, is there any game or campaign which you backed before because of the base game, but suddenly found that you can get a bundle of all the previous games and you found yourself doing an all-in? Okay, I'm curious to hear what campaign that was and what made you decide that you want to get all the back catalog. All right, until next time, bye-bye.